Hey folks, it's Ben. We're here with our 1993 Chevy Lumina APV minivan, and the lighting is either going to be awesome or suck. We'll find out about that here in a minute. I'm going to start calling these junkyard upgrades. Now, as you see, my door, my rear hatch here comes up nice, kinda. Actually, it's failing for me, so isn't that nice? My hatch struts are not the best in the world. They're right there, as you can see. If I hold them up, yeah, whenever it gets slightly cool out, it won't hold up. I'm sure in the summertime it'll be fine, but oh, this is just the perfect piece of wood for this. But long story short, they're not so great. So we went ahead and put a 2x4 and we're holding it up that way. And what we're gonna do is actually change these out with some units we got from the picket yard. So our junkyard units are off a 1996 van, and I don't know if these are replacements or if they're factory or what the deal is, and I don't know the same either. These are AVM patented P3s, and these are actually a P3 as well, so that must be the style of connection. But long story short, they're quite a bit thicker. The shaft is the same, but the hydraulic cylinder is thicker. Now these are held on two ways. The first one up here is actually held on. There's a little ball that comes out. This is actually a fairly thick piece of steel off the door. And there's actually a little ball, and this clip that's right here, which we'll pry off with the tool here in a second, will actually release that ball. In fact, I can do that right now. Since we do have that 2x4 holding up our door, it's not such a big deal. Well, we just come in here and pull that out, and that retracts the strut off of the ball. There we go. I think I might have to do this with two hands. So I'll put you on a tripod and we'll pull it out right now. So just come in here, lift that out, and you should be able to pull it out. There we go. And so you can see there's the steel clip that just clips back in, or should. And here's the ball that we're actually sitting on. That's actually got a little bit of grease on it, so that's cool. The other end is the hardcore part. It's where you might need a specialty tool. It's actually a T45 Torx. So on our replacement strut you see here, it's actually a fairly large assembly. And I think it's part of the strut, so you'll actually replace the whole nut portion of it, which isn't a big deal. It's just you need to have that type of equipment to do it. You could probably try with pliers, but probably not your best idea. So I happen to have a full range of Torxes, because that's you need T47s in a Pontiac Fiero to get the seatbelts off, if you've watched any of the videos that I've got going on. So we are in righty-tighty land, so let's go ahead and turn that to off. So let's just go ahead and lock in. The nice thing about Torx is they're very locked in. Right? Nope, it's the same. There's a washer and a plastic piece here. It's just the way my fabric was kind of looped around it. It made it look special, but it's not. So I'll take my, I hate to call it, it's not the dump. I actually paid money for these things, but the salvage yard, and it looks a self-tapper, so it's built for assembly, which all car parts typically are. They're built for the assembly line. So wondering, am I gonna, no. We'll have to sort out the, what we're gonna try to do is bring the washer down. The plastic one looks like it's actually just a retainer. And we're gonna walk it back so that we can put it underneath the upholstery and then turn it in. When you take them out, they would stay up, but we need to work ours down a little bit. Out and about, but we gotta slide our washer underneath my upholstery and make sure we clear everything. So my little tool will come in and pull that down and over. There we go. So we hide as much as we can. And then with my socket, which fell on the ground, we're set for tidy. We'll go ahead and put this back in. So that's nice and tight. I should be able to grab you now if the door doesn't fall on me. And this should be essentially just a click solution. It's built to assembly, so we just go, and if we pop it on, push it in, it should go pop and be on. Make sure our hole lines up. Maybe I do need to pull that back a little bit. Nope. So that's that. So that side's done with our new use strut. That one obviously didn't hold it up. Now I could test it, sure, but let's just go ahead and change the other side. I'll time lapse that one so you can see exactly the whole process from afar, and then we'll give it a try. So it's holding itself up. That's winning. Okay, it never did that before. That's pretty cool. I'd always dusty. Fortunately, so we released that. Now the thing is to not turn this and pull on it. You actually should, for me anyway, turn, lift it up. So now you have your hand grip. Once you get about halfway, it stops. Okay, but it holds it, and it's the same temperature as the other ones are, and they weren't even holding it. So better. Maybe the real ones would pop it right open, but maybe they don't. Tough to say. So if you have any comments or questions, or you want to subscribe to my channel, Turbo231, for more cool things like this, odds and ends that might be lost to time if we don't record them, feel free, and we'll see you next time. I'm gonna go and look over these while we're here. It's fairly big, and I'll run the cards, so I'll try not to put anything in the center. Fairly big. They call it a P3 667 or 677N, and that's nice, and it's all trimmed out black, so it looks good. Got trimmed the. I got new taillights because mine was broken. Same on that side. There's no left or right. I think they're the same.